This is the propaganda technique called the norm of reciprocity. And what this is a propaganda stunt that exploits people's natural tendency to want to repay debts. In other words, you give me a gift, now I'm obligated to give you a gift in return. A group calling itself Hare Krishners would go to airports and try to solicit donations from travelers, and they would often be met with stiff opposition. But they found that if they offered a small flower to the people first, and then stated, "Because we love you, because you're beautiful," they would have no trouble getting donations after that. How does this apply to the Watchtower Bible and Tract Society? Well, notice what one of the hidden authors has to say, or we could say discreet authors, since they're confidential and nobody knows who they are. In the December 1st, 1991 Watchtower magazine, published by the Watchtower Bible and Tract Society, under the heading, "How Can We Repay Jehovah?" on page 28. Notice this timely reminder from this hidden secret author. He writes, "Jehovah's loyal servants are richly blessed with the spiritual food he supplies at the right time through the faithful and discreet slave." Now, for those who don't know the loaded language of Jehovah's Witnesses, this is referring to spiritual food as the books and the magazines that the members are given on a regular basis. And then the faithful and discreet slave are the unknown secret people behind this work that give these publications to the members. So what they're basically doing is reminding the members where the source of this material is coming from, and the claim is that it's God. That's powerful. Notice what the author goes on and says. "As Jehovah's Witnesses, we can bless God by speaking well of Him at all times and declaring the message of His kingdom. But we cannot enrich Jehovah, who owns all things, or repay Him for all His benefits to us. Making donations for the advancement of kingdom interests is not a way to repay or enrich Jehovah." So now we see what the author is doing is making it very clear that people cannot buy their way into the kingdom of God. But now notice what the author goes on and says. "However, such giving affords us opportunities to display our love for God. Contributions given not out of selfish motivation or for publicity and praise, but with a generous spirit and to promote true worship, bring the giver happiness and Jehovah's blessing." So what is this saying? That if a person gives contributions, reciprocating for those books and publications they're being given, they will show their love for God, they will be happy, and they will receive God's blessing. Now, notice the next subheading, which tells how people can contribute to this work. Under the heading, "How Some Contribute to the Kingdom Work," in the same article, by the way. It goes on and says that contributions to the worldwide work can be made payable to the Watchtower Society. Then gifts can be given through voluntary donations directly to the Watchtower Society. Also, jewelry and other valuables can be given to the Watchtower Society. Conditional donation arrangements can be made in advance in the event of a person's death, made payable to the Watchtower Society. Life insurance policies can be given to the Watchtower Society with them as the beneficiary. Also, bank accounts can be submitted to the Watchtower Society. Stocks and bonds can be given to the Watchtower Society. Real estate that's saleable can be donated to the Watchtower Society. Wills and trusts, which are other properties and money, can be bequeathed to the Watchtower Bible and Tract Society. So the Watchtower Society gives all of these avenues that people can give in order to show their love for God, be happy, and receive God's blessings. Of course, in order for people to truly be happy, they would do best to give everything they own to the Watchtower Society. After all, they are the ones that God's using to give these people these books and these magazines. So that's basically the trade-off here. Books and magazines in exchange for everything a person owns. This has been a demonstration of the propaganda technique called the norm of reciprocity.